This is my last day down at Mulberry Mountain. My buddy Mike, he went home this morning, so I'm down there by myself. So I decided to go to Bubs cabin, which is quite a bit of road riding to get there. Go down here and hit 215 and head across. Well, about halfway, or a little over halfway, is the town of Oark, and there's a cafe there that's supposedly the oldest continuously run business in Arkansas, and it's supposedly a must-stop place if you're going down through there to eat. Burgers and pies is their specialty, so I'm headed to down there, and then go the rest of the way to Bub's cabin. So you got to ride a lot of pavement. I usually don't like to ride very much, but someplace due to go. Now, here's an overlook. There's two overlooks on the way that you can pull over and look, and this 215 kind of parallels the Mulberry River. So here's one of the overlooks, and they got a little sign there that explains the area and what you're looking at. And so I stopped there. Now, like I said, this kind of parallels the Mulberry River. It's a nice winding road, so it's for driving on a paved road. It's okay. It's pretty scenic. Now, here's where Birds Adventure Center is. That's another riding area, a private riding area, and this is farther than I've been down this road before, so I have no idea where I'm going. I have the GPS coordinates to this cabin put in my ride command, and that's just what I'm headed to. So right now I'm just trying to get to Oark because that's on the way. And here's the other overlook you come to. It's like I say, they got a little sign there explaining the area, and you can look down there over the Mulberry River. But driving on a paved road, wasn't too bad. I mean, because it's a nice curvy road, good scenic drive. Be good on a motorcycle. Well, now when I come up here, you got to turn to the left, and there were some signs here on the side of the road, so I pull over there. And the one sign there on the end is to the cafe there at Oark. And of all things, it's closed one day of the week. It's closed on Tuesday. Of course, this is Tuesday that I'm going down there, knowing my luck. So it's closed. And so I didn't even stop at it, but I go right by it. It's not too far from where you turn back there to your So if you want to go to that place, don't go on a Tuesday. But that's it, straight ahead. That's supposed to be a must-stop place to go. They got burgers and pies and fries. It's a real popular place to go to, and you can get gas there. But I believe it's only 87 octane. But if you need gas, that's what you got to go. Well, not too far past Oark is you get onto some gravel road, and they were putting in a new bridge here. And after you go over this construction area, you're on a gravel road, county road. They're getting a new bridge put in for them there. Now here we're on the county road, which if there's more than one of you, you're kicking up quite a bit of dust. And you do get back onto some pavement again. Said, I really don't have a route planned out. I have GPS coordinates, and that's what I'm headed to. Now this is the county road you need to get on. It's a gravel road, and there's the sign that says what it is. And now once you get on this, you're more or less just on gravel roads and trails. And there are quite a few stream crossings, but while I was down there, the end of June, water was down quite a bit. But I can see where some of these could be bad if these streams were flowing. They sure look like they can be pretty wide too. And up here I run into a pack of dogs. They was barking me up. Now this area here had me a little nervous because it did look like mud. And if you're riding by yourself and you get stuck in the mud, there's nobody to help you. So if I got stuck in the middle of this, I'd have to get out and wade through this to hook up my winch. But it was a hard bottom, and it wasn't. But you look at this, it looked like it was going to be really muddy. And there was several places like that on this trail here. Some of these stream crossings could be bad. Don't go by what you're seeing here, because this was really a dry time when I was down there. Luckily none of this was mud, because it would have sucked to get stuck in the mud and have to get out and wade in that crap. Right here, there'd be waterfalls there to the right if the water had been flowing, because there were some rock slabs there. Well, this Bubs cabin I'm headed to, I think originally it was Surgeon Warren's homestead was what it was known as, but now it's run by a guy named Bubs. And this is it here. There's that barn goes to it, and they got this whole area cleaned up. There's rock walls around it. They got it all mowed down, and this house is just all out here by itself, but it's supposed to have been a homestead. And it's fun trying to find something just with the GPS coordinates. You just kind of head to that. Now this is the GPS coordinates that I have. If you just type that in Google search, it'll bring it up a little map and show you where this spot is, and then you can figure out how you want to get there yourself. Well, I made it to Bud's cabin. It's some kind of homestead site. I don't know if he's here or not. Alright, well this is Bud's cabin, and it was 34.1 miles the way I came to get to here from Mulberry Mountain. So, it's quite a ways. A lot of road riding. Well, like I said, it's 34 miles, so you got to figure 70 miles if you just went straight there and back. So you got to ration how your gas is, make sure you're filled up. Now this door was locked, and I've never been here before, so I knocked. I didn't know if somebody actually lived in there or not. But down at the other door there was a sign, saying that all's welcome. You just make sure, come in and look, and make sure to close the door because to keep the animals out. I guess they have trouble with bears trying to get into there. But they got the whole area cleared off, a big area. And and you can see I'm the only person here. There wasn't nobody around, and I wasn't 100% sure, until I seen the sign. So I go in, I take some pictures, or a little bit of video in there. It's pretty dark, so it isn't real clear, but you can get an idea what it is. And they got a notebook there for you to sign your name and where you're from and the date and stuff. But they got it set up like it would have been years ago. And there's the only picture of me you'll see right there in the mirror. But it was nice and cool inside this house. I was really surprised, but they had the windows open. It was cool. And there's a little stairway, and it's a narrow stairway, pretty steep. You go upstairs, and a couple of bedrooms up there, and they got some stuff set up. Rabbit tobacco, whatever that, some kind of weed, I guess, I don't know. They got a bed, they got long handles hanging up there to dry. The doorways were really short up here. I don't know if people was shorter or what, but that doorway is really short. They have another bedroom on the other end up there. But apparently they shot a pilot for a TV show here years ago. It was going to be a comedy country music type show, and they had newspaper articles about it taped up on the wall. I tried to look up the name of it, of the pilot, and I got no information, so I'm assuming that it never did make it into a show. But they had some pictures, like here's pictures way back, and they also had newspaper articles about them doing a TV pilot there. But it was kind of interesting. I mean, it's the place to go and look around, take a break from riding, and it's fun to go try to find someplace. We always like to do that if we can. But they had the whole area cleaned up nice. And, I'm sure there's better ways of getting there than the way I went, but hey, it's an adventure, right? If you was to go trails as much as possible, it was 34 miles to go the way I went, which is pretty much the directest route you could go, I think. But you could do a lot of trails and cut out a lot of some of the blacktop riding, but you better figure it'd probably be twice as far. So you better have some good range, especially if you go on a Tuesday and you can't get gas there at Oark. But anyways, that's Bubs' cabin. They sure like these building these rock walls everywhere, though. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You got the GPS coordinates, so if somebody wants to try to find it, they can just Google those coordinates and figure out how to get there from wherever they're at. But it was a fun ride.